When you're an employee mindset, you don't have a website. You don't have project managements. You are a CEO. You are no longer an employee. Even if you are still holding on to your corporate job as well as owning your own business, when it is time for you to step up in your CEO leadership position, the employee mindset must drop right there at the door. Okay? Because you are not working for no one else. You are working for yourself. You are the boss. You are the owner. And you have to own that. So when you step in that position, the one who's get the task paper and you go do this, you go do that, you go do that. No, that's not your position. You are the one who's handing out those task papers now to your team. All right. So understanding when and how to switch your identity from employee mindset to corporate. Okay. Those are two different attitudes, two different mindsets, and two different positions. Okay. And even if you stay tight with your corporate business, you still want to make sure when it is time for you to step up in your business that you know to let go of that employee mindset. Because those are two different people, two different aspects on life and on work. All right. So what you want to do is ask yourself, how do you want to operate your business? How do you want things to go in your business? And what type of CEO do you want to be? And what type of CEO do you want to be known for? Okay, those type of questions an employee don't ask themselves. They ask themselves, is this the right job for me? That's the employee mindset. Does this job pay my bills? That's the employee mindset. Okay, but when you are stepping in CEO, the questions that you ask yourself is 10 times harder because you're stepping in a power position. Okay? The way your CEO runs their business at your corporate job is not going to be the same way you run your business at yours. Okay, let me go ahead and slide that out there. Because I don't care how good or how well you love your corporate company, their mission, their values is different. I'm happy that you love what they do. But when it's time for you to step up as a CEO, your business needs to be distinct. Your environment needs to be distinct to fit you and your team. Okay? It's okay to take certain skills and experiences from your corporate business. That's completely fine. But you would not move the same way that they do. Okay? I want you to understand that. So when you are removing yourself from employee mindset to CEO mindset, you have to understand what positions are you taking and how do you want things to be operated. Okay? So, stepping into that employee mindset, you have to allow yourself to take on heed on when it is time for you to level up your mindset, your identity, and your position. Okay? When you're an employee, you don't worry about that. You worry about going to work, coming home, getting your rest, paying attention to your kids, your family, things of that nature. When you're an employee, yes, your family is important. But yes, your position is also important. So yes, mommy has to go. I have to step up and do this. And for me to be able to be home with my children more, I need to delegate, hire people on my team. I need to make sure that my sales system is correct. I need to make sure that my project management is up to date. I need to make sure that my website is updated. So while I'm out vacationing, I'm still getting sales. My presence is selling for me. My website is selling for me. When you're an employee mindset, you don't have a website. You don't have project managements. Okay? So you see the switch here? You have to be able to switch yourself back and forth, because if you're going to do that by sitting yourself in corporate and still managing a entrepreneur business, you're going to have to be able to switch. And it's like, okay, well, when do I turn it off? How do I turn it off? Again, you have to ask yourself those questions that I asked you at the beginning. All right.